Good afternoon, class. Today we will be learning about something that has to do with our local history, the Giants Despair Hill Climb. The hill climb is held just outside of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, in the borough of Laurel Run on East Northampton Street. This location has been host to this event ever since it was first held in the year 1906. It is one of the oldest continuing motor racing events in the world. The hill climb is very rich in tradition in regard to the great competitors who have traveled from around the world to compete in our area. In its early years, the world's major manufacturers would send their top cars and drivers to capture honors at this event. Early notables who have competed at this event include Louis Chevrolet, the inventor of the brand Chevrolet, who drove for Buick way back in 1909, and Ralph De Palma, who is one of the winningest drivers in international motorsports history, who drove for Fiat back in 1910. The 1950s through the 1970s saw some of the most legendary names in racing come to the Giants Despair to compete. These include muscle car legend Carroll Shelby, who in the year 1956 was the first driver to break the famed Magic Minute, meaning he completed the course in under 1 minute. Racing legend Roger Penske also came to the Giants Despair to compete, and Polish race car driver Oskar Kowaleski as well. The hill itself is a normal road for most of the year, but on the second weekend of July it is turned into something entirely different. The Despair starts out with a long, gently rising straight about 1/4 mile in length, leads to a fast left-hand turn. Then onto a short chute and the infamous 110-degree Devil's Elbow, a sharply rising hairpin that goes off camber at its crest. Next is a series of 90-degree turns connected by short straights. Then comes the incline, the last part of the course, which is a 1/4 mile stretch that rises at 22 degrees to the finish. For the last 15 years, the event has been dominated by local man Darrell Danko and the current record holder John Burke, who set the record in 2014 with a time of 38.024 seconds. I am now going to show you guys a video of John Burke's record-breaking run in 2014, courtesy of his YouTube account. Notice no more than 20 yards after he begins, the road already begins to go on an incline. The incline worsens as he goes into the first turn. And here he is coming into the famous Devil's Elbow. Notice right there the steep incline that the car has to handle. From here on out, there's just 2 more turns that form an S, but they are sharp as well. After this turn, it's smooth sailing for the competitor, who just has to make it to the top of the hill to the finish line that's painted on the street. I hope that you have enjoyed this brief lesson on our local history of the Giants Despair Hill Climb, and I hope that my lesson here has inspired you to do some more research into the hill climb and possibly into other local history adventures as well. As we know, coal mining and railroads run deep in this area, and I'm sure that it would make a very interesting topic for any of you guys to do the same.